Okay, can we just admit that AI avatars have gotten scary good? I mean, seriously, look at this. This is my digital twin. It looks like me and it sounds like me. The thing is, there are dozens of tools out there that claim to do this. And if you're trying to figure out which one's actually the most realistic, well, good luck. There's a lot of noise out there. That's why I've spent my entire weekend testing 5 of the biggest names, so you don't have to. Same script, same visuals, same voice. I pushed every single one until something broke. And the results? Well, I'll let you be the judge. Okay, so here's the experiment. I tested 5 of the biggest AI avatar platforms out there. HeyGen, Synthesia, Higgsfield, ElevenLabs, and Veed. And I gave each single one of them the exact same script. So there was no home field advantage and no cherry pick best take. Then I ran all 5 through 2 rounds that get progressively harder. Round 1 is easy mode, and round 2 adds a little bit of complexity in the emotional delivery and a tougher photo angle. And through both, I'm judging every result the same way, on realism, motion, and timing. So let's get into it. Okay, so first round is easy mode. It's a front-facing photo, clean neutral script, nothing that should trip anyone up. This is every tool's best case scenario. Let's see what easy actually looks like across 5 completely different engines. First up, the one we obviously had to include, HeyGen. Okay, so with HeyGen, you know the drill. First, I'm going to upload a photo of myself to create my digital twin. Next, I'll read out the script so it has an accurate understanding of what my voice sounds like, so I'll be able to use it in the video. Now that's all done, I'm going to add my script. For this test, I ensure that I didn't mess with any other settings, and I simply ensure that the orientation was in landscape for each one. Alright, we're all set, let's hit generate.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm running an experiment. I'm feeding the exact same script, the same reference photo, and the same voice sample into 5 completely different AI avatar tools. No cherry picking, no cutting the bad takes. Let's see what actually comes out the other side.
Okay, so hands down the realism is there. The expressions were top notch, my eyebrows, the way my head moved. That's generally how I look on camera. Now, full disclosure, I might be a little biased here, I do work with HeyGen, but the hand movements were exactly right. And this is the only one of the 5 that let me export in 4K. As for the voice, HeyGen actually pulled from ElevenLabs after I recorded my own voice, so there's no surprise that it sounded great. Maybe just a touch better inside ElevenLabs' own app, but this was close enough. Next, let's take a look at Synthesia. Similarly to HeyGen, I uploaded my photo, and then recorded a voiceover to create a clone of my voice that could be used for this video. Now that it's exported, let's take a look.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm running an experiment. I'm feeding the exact same script, the same reference photo, and the same voice sample into 5 completely different AI avatar tools. No cherry picking, no cutting the bad takes. Let's see what actually comes out the other side.
Okay, so for tier 1 with Synthesia, I'd put this at a close second for realism. It actually nailed my tooth gap better than anyone. It just left the gap instead of trying to fill it in. The eyes were quite lifelike. Even caught the wrinkles under mine, probably an indicator that I need to get some sleep. I put a lot into these videos, so I'd appreciate you subscribing and liking the video. In addition, the hand motion was quite close to how I'd actually move, though there was a slight sway which I wasn't in love with. I'd say for a solid tier 1 run, this was genuinely usable for socials. Now a quick methodology note. Every avatar in this video is built from a single reference photo, not video. And that's not just to save time. Photo isn't the compromise here, it's actually the upgrade for some of these tools. However, with HeyGen, you do have the option to use video, and in fact, you get better results using it. But to level the playing field, we are going to go with the photo option. Now, this is a bit of a similar workflow with Higgsfield, however, there are some caveats. I did upload a photo, however, I was not able to clone my voice. I'm not sure where the option might be, so I just recorded my voice externally and then uploaded it. So we aren't going to judge the voice here because this had the best case scenario. Now I don't even know where to start with this one. This was actually the first tool I generated with today using their Kling Avatar 2.0 engine. And my first render was less than desirable. It was actually quite bad. So I went back and checked what I might have gotten wrong, and on the second try I specifically prompted it to keep my image and likeness. Now mind you, I did not do this with the other tools, so it had a 1-up here. And the results were much better.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm running an experiment. I'm feeding the exact same script, the same reference photo, and the same video sample into 5 completely different AI avatar tools. No cherry picking, no cutting the bad takes. Let's see what actually comes out the other side.
The lip sync was still a bit off and it didn't quite feel like my actual likeness, but as a first attempt on this engine, it was decent. Let's take a look at ElevenLabs, the company that has pretty much mastered AI voice.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm running an experiment. I'm feeding the exact same script, the same reference photo, and the same voice sample into 5 completely different AI avatar tools. No cherry picking, no cutting the bad takes. Let's see what actually comes out the other side.
This one was actually pretty decent. It looks like me for the most part. Hand movements were natural, close to what I'd actually do, but not fully there. The voice obviously is spot on, and that's literally what they're known for. My one real note here is that it's capped at 720p, which just isn't going to cut it if you're posting on social. Now regarding the expressions, I found that it leaned a little monotone. I went looking for ways to dial that up, but I couldn't find that option. And lastly, let's take a look at Veed. Built more as an all-in-one editor than a dedicated avatar tool.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm running an experiment. I'm feeding the exact same script, the same reference photo, and the same voice sample into 5 completely different AI avatar tools. No cherry picking, no cutting the bad takes. Let's see what actually comes out the other side.
This one was actually decent. Not unusable, but my eyes look bigger than they actually are, and the expressiveness was a bit more than I'd naturally do. Something about the face is just slightly off, like I could tell it was me, but it could also have been my distant cousin or my brother. Could I post this on social? Sure, people would just be able to tell that it's AI. Veed does have a voice cloner, but here it didn't quite sound like me at all. I'm from the Caribbean and I've got an accent, and this made me sound a little bit more American. It's round 2 and we're gonna crank up the difficulty just a tad. In this one, we have a line that actually needs emotion behind it, and a tougher reference photo. This is where I'd expect some real separation. Back to HeyGen in round 2.
Hey, it's me again. But this time, I'm sitting at an angle wearing a different shirt. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about this one. Did it actually hold up, or did it fall apart the second things got harder? You tell me, drop it in the comments.
This is the realism I'm looking for. Even the design on my shirt held up perfectly, which is funny because I wasn't even supposed to wear a shirt with a print on it. That was a wardrobe mistake. The one thing that struggled a little was my tooth gap. Nothing crazy, you can still tell it's there, but out of every tier 2 result, the expression felt the most lifelike, and genuinely this is the emotion I could see myself actually having. Now for Synthesia.
Hey, it's me again, but this time I'm sitting at an angle wearing a different shirt. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about this one. Did it actually hold up, or did it fall apart the second things got harder? You tell me, drop it in the comments.
I'm actually torn on this one. For the first few seconds, it actually looked pretty great. Then my hand came into frame and things got pretty weird and fuzzy. At one point, I had what I can only describe as baby hands. It got my skin tone right, but I didn't direct any of the hand movements. It just did its own thing. Points for creativity though, but I can't actually use this clip. Also in this scenario, though it handled my gap better in the first tier, this time it didn't handle it too well from this angle. Let's take a look at Higgsfield in round 2.
Hey, it's me again, but this time I'm sitting at an angle, wearing a different shirt. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about this one. Did it actually hold up, or did it fall apart the second things got harder? You tell me, drop it in the comments.
This one actually pleasantly surprised me. It didn't quite catch the logo on my shirt, but you can tell there's a design there. The background phased in and out a bit, but the realism was there. The lip sync was way better this round, and the expression actually synced with my own mannerisms. Just keep in mind that this one is also capped at 1080p. Now let's take a look at ElevenLabs.
Hey, it's me again. But this time I'm sitting at an angle wearing a different shirt. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about this one. Did it actually hold up, or did it fall apart the second things got harder? You tell me, drop it in the comments.
This one found an interesting workaround for my tooth gap. Looked like it closed the space up a bit rather than trying to render it, which, to be honest, didn't bother me. The expressions were a little flat in places though, and it's stuck at 720p. It wasn't as clean as I wanted. But there is an upscaler, and it costs a bit more credits, but it gave me this weird halation glow that I wasn't typically a fan of. So I went back to the 720p, and that's what you see on screen. Now the voice, again, it is spot on. If we're talking pure voice quality, ElevenLabs will always take this one. And finally, Veed for round 2.
Hey, it's me again, but this time I'm sitting at an angle wearing a different shirt. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about this one. Did it actually hold up, or did it fall apart the second things got harder? You tell me, drop it in the comments.
Honestly, out of everyone, Veed handled this tier better than I expected. Still doesn't exactly look like me, but it's quite close. The eyes are still a little bit big, but the emotion, the intonation, even the text on my shirt, it was all clear. And unlike Synthesia, my hands were not fuzzy this time, even though it innovated by adding some movement. Actual details, natural movement. For this tier, I suppose that Veed really held up on this one. So here's where it all lands. We're not going to focus on which one won, but which one you should actually use, depending on what you're making. For pure realism, the most human and the most believable avatar overall, I'm going to have to go with HeyGen. And that's not me just being biased. That's the reason Avatar 4 and Avatar 5 became the benchmark everyone else on this list is chasing. If I had to pick just one tool to cover everything, HeyGen's still the safest all-round pick, especially now that Seedance 2.0 lets your avatar perform inside fully cinematic scenes instead of just sitting in front of a plain background. Now, we didn't exactly test for cinematic renders, but I have an inkling that Higgsfield would have performed quite decent in this area. They have a ton of models to choose from, but when it came to AI avatars, I wasn't exactly pleased with the results, but I wouldn't say that it's not usable. It is an option that you can choose, especially if you already have the platform. But if not, you can choose other options on this list. Now, Synthesia is known for its corporate training and onboarding. But in this scenario, I'm not quite sure that I would say that it's the go-to. And a training video that looks and lands better needs that realism. Now with audio, there's no contest. ElevenLabs really nailed it. It's the best voice quality out there, full stop. And honestly, HeyGen agrees. We integrate ElevenLabs voices directly into our own pipeline. Our lip sync just makes sure that the voice doesn't feel bolted on. Now if you need something fast for social captions, subtitles, and an avatar, all in one place, Veed does get the job done. It's not the most realistic, but it might be the most convenient. However, I'd still navigate to HeyGen. And again, I might be a little biased, okay? Now there's one more thing. You don't need to use your face for any of this. A stock photo works exactly the same way. I just figured if I'm going to trust one of these with my likeness, I should probably be the guinea pig. So that's 5 tools, 2 rounds, and a lot of very strange things said out loud to a webcam. If you want to try the tools setting the bar for realism, the link's right below. And if you want to see me put all these things through an even harder test, tell me in the comments what to break next. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next one.